Joe Tesson, one of the co-founders of Better Days Group. And Henry David Thoreau, one of my favorite writers, he said, "Go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live the life you were designed to live." I want to think about that, and I want to unpack that thought for a few minutes here on this teaching video. Go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live the life you were designed to live. Live the life that you have always imagined living. Remember what it's like to be a kid? Man, we could really dream when we were kids, couldn't we? I mean, unreal dreams. I mean, nothing would hold us back. I want to invite you for the next few minutes to consider becoming a kid again. I mean, I remember, for me, I remember what it's like to be in the backyard and to be playing football and to imagine myself as the quarterback in the Super Bowl. I was always the Dallas Cowboys, Roger Staubach, and always we were playing the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I remember this one particular fall afternoon, my dad and I had been out in the yard and we had raked some leaves, and there was this large pile of leaves over in the back left-hand corner of my end zone. And it was this late, cool afternoon. It was almost time for supper, so I knew the game better end quite soon. And I remember calling in the play because, you know, in my dream, in my backyard, not only was I the quarterback, but I was also the center that had to snap the ball to the quarterback. And I was the lineman who would block. I was even the defense. I was the coach who would call in the plays from the sideline. And I was even the wide receiver who would go out for the pass. And on this particular afternoon, as the sun was setting, I snapped the ball to myself and I dropped back, and you know, the defense was coming in from every angle and it was close. They got close to me, but I finally launched the ball in the corner of the end zone. And it reminded me that I was also the wide receiver who had to go out for the pass. And so here I was streaking down the sideline in my yard. And oh, I wish I could take you back there. Wish I had a video of that you could see. I laid out horizontal to the ground, and perfectly the ball hit me in the hands and rolled off my fingertips. Incomplete pass. But you know what I didn't do that day? I didn't go in the house kicking rocks, woe is me, telling my mom that I had lost the Super Bowl, because it was my dream. And not only was I the quarterback, and not only was I the center who snapped the ball, and the offensive lineman who blocked, and the defense that came in, and not only was I the coach who called the play in from the sidelines, and not only was I the wide receiver who had just gone out and dropped the catch, but I was also the referee. And you wouldn't believe, I threw a flag on the defense for pass interference, got the ball on the 1-yard line, and ran it in for a game-winning touchdown. You remember those days? Oh, I've stood at the crack in my driveway at the foul line pretending that I was shooting baskets to win the NCAA basketball national championship. In that front yard, I've stood at home plate and I've hit game-winning home runs in the bottom of the 7th inning in the World Series, New York Yankees versus the Boston Red Sox. And what was it for you when you were a kid? What did you dream of? I mean, man, oh, to be a kid again, right? When nothing would slow us down, when nothing would stop us, when we wouldn't let things get in the way. Now, the truth is, and you probably already know this, I've never played in a Super Bowl, never even been to one. Never shot free throws to win a game for a college basketball team. Never stood at the home plate in the bottom of the 7th in the World Series. But I'd like to think that I have learned to harness the power of dreams. See, gang, I think dreams are critical to our success in life. And when I say success, I don't necessarily mean financially where we're at or our economic situation, our social status. I simply mean that dreams are critical to us living and experiencing the life that we've been designed and destined to experience. One of my favorite mottos, you may hear me say it over and over again, is simply that everyone ends up somewhere in life. So we might as well end up somewhere on purpose. And I think that comes back at its core, at the foundation. I think that comes back to having a dream and being willing to give ourselves fully to our dreams. There's three critical components of a dream that I teach in this series, The Power of a Dream, that this video is an excerpt from. And the first part of a dream is the what. You're right? This is like the wow factor, the big thing. What is my destiny? What is my dream? And you know what? I apply this not only to the big things, but to my goals that I set every year. Like what specifically do I want to accomplish? And the second aspect of dreaming is the why. Why do I want to accomplish this thing? Why do I want to do this? Why do I want to go that? Why do I want to be this person or do this thing? And the why is the part that we always miss. The why is what keeps us going. It's what keeps pursuing our dreams, even in the face of adversity. So the what, it's the obvious, but then the why, it's the deep thing. And boy, on this series, again, I really unpack this in great detail, so maybe you'll be able to hear more about that. But then not only do we have the what and the why, but then we have the how. And here's the problem with the how. The how is where everybody jumps initially. Because, well, I don't see how I could do this. I don't see how I could accomplish this. And so we just never get started. I remember when I had the vision to start this organization, Better Days Group. I didn't know how. How was I going to go out and find clients that would let me coach them? How was I going to do group coaching? How was I going to put together these series of teaching? How was I going to do all this? How was I going to be able to afford to do it? How was I going to learn how to do video? How was I going to do this? How was I going to do that? And it almost paralyzed me. But I had a very compelling why. And I knew what I was supposed to do. Hey, I saw this quote recently. 2 most important days in every individual's life. The day they were born and the day they discover why. See, I know why I'm here. I know what it is I'm here to do. And it is I'm here to add value to people's lives, to make people better, to create resources and tools and ideas and concepts that help people grow. It's simply to make the world a better place, to add value to people. And so I had the why I was supposed to do Better Days Group. And that compelled me to keep going when I didn't know how. And the how slowly started to emerge. And I believe that'll be true in your dreams, just as it was in my dream, just as it continues to be. And boy, there's so much more on this subject that I'd love to be able to share with you. But let me just ask you a few questions real quick. Is there a dream of yours that you've given up on? Is there something that you've quit on, you've given up on, you're not working for it anymore, you just totally forgotten about it? Would you be willing to do some deep digging and some hard work to bring it back to life? Or maybe there's a dream that you currently have in your mind that you want to go do, and you need to work through the process of the what, the why, and the how. Do you have a plan? Do you have a personal growth plan for how you can be better, how you can be the person that you've been designed and destined to be? Gang, that's one of the biggest things I have a passion to do, is to help people develop a personal growth plan, to grow and live life with intention and on purpose. And that's something that I can help you with. That's something that we can help you with here at Better Days Group. So I've got a quick challenge for you. Number 1, I want you to spend some time today thinking about your life, thinking about you as a dreamer, and I want you to ask a series of questions. Am I living on purpose? Am I living with intention, on purpose? Am I living life by design? Hey, are there things that I could do that would help me grow? Are there things that I could apply to my life that would help me to grow? And then am I willing to pay the price? Hey, am I living life on purpose? Are there, and if there are, what are the things that I could do, apply to my life that would help me to grow? And am I living life as a person who's willing to pay the price to go to the next level, to be who it is I've been designed and destined to be? Hey, I'd love for you to allow me to continue to speak into your life in this area and hopefully continue to add value. In the next few days, you'll get another email from me, possibly with some other teaching, some other thoughts. And this is just one of those ways that I'm able to add value. I'm able to give back. Maybe you want to grab the series that we did. We put together a personal growth pack. And one of it is The Power of a Dream. It's a 4-part audio that this video is the introduction to. And we put put that together with a couple other products. A product we created called Expect Excellence, just learning to be excellent in everything we do in life. And then one of my favorites, 4 keys to personal success. Just 4 things that we need to be focused on becoming if we're going to be successful in life. And so you can go to betterdaysgroup.com and you can grab that up. The personal growth pack is what we call it. Or if you're not ready for that yet, we'll be sending you some more stuff in the days ahead. And then I have just one real special request that I'd love for you to help me with. I'm right here. If you got this video through an email, on the email there was a little PS, and it asked you to consider sending out the link to the original video that introduced the personal growth pack. And I would love it. I would just be so grateful, and I think maybe some other people would as well. If you just pick out 3, 4, maybe 5 people, and you just send them a personal email telling them about your plan for personal growth and the things that you're adding into your life, and ask them to consider taking a look at that original video we sent you. And hey, then it's up to them whether or not they want to move on or go forward or allow Better Days Group to speak into their lives. I would really appreciate it if you'd help me do that. Hey gang, I want you to think about being a kid again today and harnessing the power of dreams in your life. Be willing to go through the process of developing a personal growth plan and strategy and developing a life that's built around purpose and intention. I look forward to speaking with you again soon, but in the meantime, gang, keep